fireworks aren't considered hazardous materials, are they?
The flight attendant found this note. If this flight leaves, you'll be sorry.
Guys, today's a big one. Similarly to when we landed on the moon, today we have taken one giant leap for Dhar mankind, and I'm excited to share it with you. Now originally, the plan for today's video was to cover this Dhar Mann video where this girl gets like addicted to VR, and she runs away from home and goes and lives with her VR mother, who's like a party animal and provides her and all of her teenage friends alcohol. She gets arrested, she gets bailed out, she goes to visit her VR boyfriend, and it turns out to be like a 40-year-old man. Now, while that video is a doozy in and of itself, and I'm sure I'll loop back around to it at some point, I took one more visit to the Dhar Mann channel before I started recording today, and I found a video that genuinely left me in disbelief as I watched it. Mischief Mikey, kid makes plane land to skip test. Now, you're reading the title, you're looking at the thumbnail, and you're probably thinking, okay, so the kid makes the plane land? How would he do that? Surely Dhar Mann doesn't go, you know, there, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that Dhar Mann does in fact go there during this video. I'm not gonna spoil exactly what happens, but the first place your mind went, yeah, it's probably not too far off. So let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Come on, come on. So close, yes. Seriously? Do you have a death wish?
1, this is my iPad. 2, you're not even supposed to have the tronics out during takeoff.
Y'all can't see me right now, but I am rubbing my hands together like an evil villain. I am in a nitpicking mood today, people. So first off, yeah, you can use small handheld devices during takeoff. That includes iPads. You just can't have out like a laptop or something. And then secondly, this plane is clearly not taking off. You just sat down and the plane's not moving.
How did these get in here?
Oh! I didn't think these would make it through TSA.
You put those in there? Do you know what would have happened if I got caught? Like, I could have gone to jail.
Jaden. Buddy. Relax.
Alright, so obviously this is just a child, but if you bring fireworks onto a plane, even if you are a kid, you're not gonna have a good time. The absolute best case scenario, TSA is gonna find it and you're gonna be fined, and then, you know, the more likely scenario is that you end up catching federal terrorism charges. Fireworks are like one of the 4 items on those warnings that are plastered everywhere when you're buying a plane ticket or checking into an airport that tell you not to bring these things. Bringing fireworks onto an airplane is just a few steps beneath bringing an actual bomb. And we haven't even seen the worst of it yet.
We have a test today as soon as we land. Remember? And Mom said if you pass the rest of your test this year, she'll buy you the Vision Pro. Since everything you did to help the church.
Oh my... Jaden! You're right! Jaden, I totally forgot! What am I gonna do?
Study. Like a normal person?
No. I mean, to delay this flight or something. Oh, I gotta think of something.
How is this kid even in school still? Every single video we see him in, he's pulling something to skip some test. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was over 2 years ago at this point that I made my first video with this kid in it, and he was faking the flu to skip a test. This kid has done no schoolwork in 2 years, yet he's still enrolled somehow.
I think I left my meds in my check-in.
Well, do you need them? If it's a medical emergency, we can delay departure.
Well, there we go. I didn't even have to do anything.
Oh no, it's okay. I always bring extras.
Wow, thank God this man's wife conveniently left out the fact that she brought extra medicine until Mikey could hear this interaction and move the plot along.
Gotta take matters into my own hands now. Oh. Excuse me?
Yes?
I don't feel so good.
Oh no. What's wrong?
I don't know. Hi. Mikey? Mikey! Oh my gosh, what happened?
I'm not sure. I'm going to tell the captain to delay takeoff.
Oh, please, somebody help!
I'm a doctor. Let me take a look at him. Are you his mother?
Yes.
What's his name?
Mikey.
Mikey, can you hear me? Mikey, can you hear me? you go.
Thank God you're okay. I was so worried about you.
Dehydrated there, little man. Drink some more fluids.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah.
Dehydrated.
He's gonna be fine.
Alright, so I understand the doctor might not want to meddle here, but I feel like based off the acting, how he looked at the mother after checking his eye, he knew he was faking being passed out. And I feel like as an adult, especially a doctor, if you're aware of it, it's kind of your responsibility to tell a parent, hey, your kid is faking fainting for some reason.
Hey, Jaden. Fireworks aren't considered hazardous materials, are they?
Mikey, don't.
Hey, be a good little brother and keep watch for me, will you?
No, I'm serious. You're making a big mistake.
Look, I know nobody likes a snitch, but I think objectively a good little brother in this case would tell the mother, hey, Mom, your son's about to catch a terrorism charge, so might want to step in.
Stewardess! Stewardess, excuse me, we have smoke coming from back here.
Fire! Fire! Get out of here!
Okay, everyone can relax. It's just a sparkler, not a fire. Please return to your seats.
Alrighty, so I can't say this for certain, but my instinct tells me that if somebody found a lit sparkler on a plane, it would cause a little bit more of a situation than don't worry guys, it's just a sparkler, return to your seats, let's take off. I feel like this would definitely stop this plane from taking off and the airport police would be called and they would figure out who did what. Are there any flight attendants or pilots watching that would like to chime in? Because I really can't imagine this is how this would go.
There's gotta be another way.
When are you gonna learn what Mom always tells us? When you cut corners, you're only going to keep going in circles. Now come on, I'll even help you.
Jaden, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop yapping because that is terrible advice. Cut every corner in life that you can, because the more corners you cut, the more corners you realize are not really corners to begin with. If it can be cut, it's not a corner. If you can cut a corner and succeed with what you were gonna do, it wasn't really a corner to begin with. You gotta forge your own path, people.
Oh, did you hear about this? Look, LA City Hall got a security threat. Looks like they had to evacuate the entire building.
Jaden, you have paper and a pen?
No? Why?
Alright, look, I know his name is Mischief Mikey, so it's only natural he's a bit of a troublemaker, but I think it's time we start to take a serious look at the home environment this kid is in. If you look at the other videos about this character, he's basically a career criminal. He's breaking into stores, stealing stuff, now he's trying to take down a plane. There's gotta be something going on at home we don't know about. I think responsibility ultimately lands on the mother here. The kid's out of control.
What were you doing?
I was taking care of business. No, what were you saying? Like, something about, like, literary analysis?
Okay, this is important and probably gonna be on the test today. So pay
Actually,
attention.
never mind. I don't need to pay attention. Because we're about to get off this flight in 3, 2, 1.
May I have your attention, please? At this time, we are asking that all passengers exit the plane. Thank you.
What did you do?
You know, Jaden, that's a great question because we've seen this video done by Dhar Mann about a dozen times with this same kid. He really likes to skip tests, and every single time he just has to take them anyways. You know how you always have to in school? I mean, does he think eventually he'll skip a test by not showing up and they're not gonna make him take it? I mean, maybe he's actually just trying to get sent to prison so he doesn't have to go to school anymore. But you'd think somebody, even if they were a psychopath like this kid, would eventually figure out that nothing that they do is gonna allow them to fully skip a test.
After a thorough inspection, this flight has been cleared for departure.
Thank God. Thank you.
We'll begin the pre-boarding process in 25 minutes.
Man, we're gonna be missing school. So sad.
Mikey, the flight's only an hour. You'll still be able to catch the second half of the day. Officer, can you at least tell us what happened?
There was a security threat. The flight attendant found this note. If this flight leaves, you'll be sorry.
Well, do we know who wrote that? I mean, are they still on our flight, or?
It's an ongoing investigation, but rest assured, this flight is safe and secure.
Even with this video being as insane as it is, this is the most unrealistic thing that happens the entire time. There's a direct, clear threat written by somebody who was on that plane, and somehow it's cleared for takeoff now. This would literally never happen. I mean, what investigation have they done? Did they take it to the back room and say, okay, yeah, this is a note? I mean, seriously, they would be questioning everybody. They would figure out what happened. I don't know if Dhar Mann's just never not flown on a private jet before, but American airports and most airports in general really do not take kindly to threats.
And that's time.
I am so sorry we're late. Our flight was delayed.
I understand, no problem.
Boys, have a good day.
Boys, take a seat. We'll figure out a time next week for you to make up the test, okay?
All right, I am so sad that we missed it.
You know, honestly, I really don't understand what this kid's endgame is. I mean, even if you're a dumb teenager, you would still kind of at least partially understand the scope of the consequences of threatening an airplane. Why risk it to put off a test for a few days? Because it's not like he seemed disappointed or anything when the teacher said that, so obviously he knew it was coming. Is taking that kind of risk really worth it? Even for a dumb kid? I doubt it.
Where's Jay? I don't know. He wasn't at school today. Okay. So let me guess. You had something to do with the flight delay. How'd you pull it off this time? Noah. A real mastermind never reveals his secrets. You're lucky you missed the test. It was really hard. Make sure you study. That's if I even take it. Which I won't be.
Is there a Mikey Miller in this class?
Yes, he's right here. Is everything okay?
I'm gonna need you to come with me.
My goodness, could we actually be about to see a quick, realistic, to-the-point ending of a Dhar Mann video, where things happen as they actually would? No, we're not.
Officer, I'm telling you, you have to believe me. I didn't write that note.
I didn't accuse you of writing it. We already found the person who did.
Wait, you did? Who? Mom! Why are they arresting you?
They think I wrote the note. I told them I didn't do it.
No! It wasn't her. She is innocent.
How can you be so sure?
Hey. Where's he taking her? No. Is my mom going to jail?
For a long time.
What?
Security threat on a plane? It's a serious federal offense.
But she...
Taking you in so you can answer some questions about your mom. Let's go.
No!
Okay, so obviously we know this isn't really happening because it's a Dhar Mann video, but can you imagine if you had to serve like 10 years because your kid wrote a dumb note on an airplane? If it's me, you're immediately going up for adoption.
Please, you have the wrong person. You've got to let me go.
Right, as if the security threat didn't match the exact page in your journal.
Please don't do this. I have 2 small kids at home and they need me.
Then you should have thought about your actions before you decided to write the note.
You're probably looking at 25 years. Maybe more.
25 years?
Oh my God. No.
Guys, you're making a big mistake. It wasn't her.
Well, we have every reason to believe it was.
Unless someone comes forward, she may not ever get out.
I'm honestly pretty confused as to why Dhar Mann wrote this to play out like this. I mean, he could have had this exact same scene in the airport where this would have actually taken place, because no way are they letting people leave after they find a threat on an airplane. I mean, you could have just had them look at the notebook then, so I don't really understand why we even needed to see the school in the first place. Real big spoiler alert incoming, so I'm sorry, but in about 10 seconds we're gonna find out, like I'm sure nobody figured, that this is all a ploy by the mother to get Mikey to confess, and we saw that she kind of figured out what Mikey was doing when she asked, do you have a test in the airport? So why did she not just bring it up then? This all makes no sense and really just feels like a way to pad the runtime.
It was me, okay?
What'd you say, kid?
I did it. I wrote the note, because I thought it would delay the flight because I didn't want to take the test. But I didn't think my mom would get in trouble for it. Please, just let her go, officer. She didn't do anything wrong.
Should I tell you, or did I tell you?
Tell them what? Wait. No!
Yeah, I don't think this would really hold up in court. This is like the definition of a confession under duress. Confessing to something because police officers are saying if you don't, your mother will spend the rest of her life in prison, and you're like a 13-year-old? Yeah, that's not getting used.
As soon as I saw the note at the airport, I knew it was your handwriting.
But that wasn't enough evidence. We needed something a little more concrete. Like a confession.
That's when your mother gave us the brilliant idea. She knew you'd crack.
Just like you did with the allergic reaction that you faked. Mikey, what do I always tell you? If you keep cutting corners, you're just gonna keep going in circles.
This kid looks as confused as I am. Dhar Mann, buddy, this is not really an example of cutting corners. This is like not knowing the difference between right and wrong at a scarily old age. A 13-year-old threatening to bring down a plane so he doesn't have to take a test? That's not cutting corners, that's a sign that your kid's probably gonna become a serial killer. You can't just throw these catchphrases in whenever and expect them to always work.
Can I just go back to school now? Please?
Unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy. You're under arrest, young man.
What? No! No, Mom!
I can't save you now. You're gonna have to learn your lesson the hard way.
Does that mean I don't get my Vision Pro? Put me in.
You have quite the rap sheet, Mr. Miller.
One page isn't that bad.
Alright, so I was gonna make a joke about how most of the stuff he's done is just like skipping a test, so this rap sheet doesn't really make sense, but then I went back and looked at some of the other videos, and maybe this isn't too far off. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Dhar Mann made a video where this kid literally robs a bank. I'm not joking. This really just begs the question, why is this the first time this kid's in front of a judge?
Okay. Maybe it's a little bad.
After all the security threats this country has faced, and to fake something like this for simply not wanting to take a test? What do you have to say for yourself?
That I won't do it again?
No, you won't. And I'm gonna make sure of it. You will be spending the next 60 days in juvenile detention.
Oh my god. Wait, what? Is this the first time in history we're gonna see somebody in a Dhar Mann video get punished appropriately for something they did, instead of getting a slap on the wrist and everybody lives happily ever after? Oh my god. This is monumental. I did not watch this far into the video. Dhar Mann, I'm so proud. I genuinely thought this was gonna end by him going in front of a judge, getting like 10 years, and then them being like, just kidding, but you see what can happen, Mikey? I mean, I'd be pushing for a bit more than 60 days, but this is a good start.
Mom! Please tell me you're joking.
You heard the judge.
Please, Mom! Oh. Can't believe this is happening. What? Mikey? Jay? What are you doing here?
Yeah, let's just say that's a long story. My mama got tired of me. Yep.
Yo, come on,
My boy, let's go.
Oh, what's
good,
poppin'?
I can't believe we're both gonna be stuck in here together.
Who says we're gonna be stuck in here?
Bro, your laugh is goofy. So, what's the plan?
Alrighty, and all that is now ruined. I thought we'd actually have a realistic ending for once where a kid learns his lesson, but no, we're turning this into more of a Disney Nickelodeon special. Cool. So now he gets to hang out with his best friend all day. So this really isn't even like a punishment anymore. That's awesome. Dhar Mann, genuinely, you've got to look at what you're doing. With this little twist at the end, you're almost promoting this behavior. Like going to juvie is something that the cool kids do. You've got to know your audience. You've got to know you're influential. You were so close. So close. This is the most disappointing Dhar Mann video I've ever seen. And it's for all the wrong reasons. It could have been perfect. Well, guys, what are your thoughts? Sometimes I really think that Dhar Mann doesn't quite understand his audience and how influential he is to these children. I mean, I seriously thought we were going to be able to end this video out on a high note, but then you turn it into where he's bunking with his best friend and, oh, my mom got tired of me, making it almost a joke. I mean, seriously, this grown man wrote a story where a child commits an act of terrorism terrorism to set up the next chapter of Jay and Mikey's goofy adventures. This kid would literally be marked as a terrorist, and it gets turned into nothing but a plot point. There's no way Dhar Mann runs his ideas by anybody, because any normal adult would look at this and laugh, and then quickly become very concerned once they realized he's not joking. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.
Subscribe.